裏がないわ。西図書館の。とりあえず、また、セーブからやるか。続き。一緒か。で、今どういう状況だ？これはまだ。よし、とりあえず行こうかね。この辺りはもう触ったんだって。
Heavy workers' boots with reinforced toes
どう
and
いう状況かわかんない
hobnails
な。
all over the yard.
これ見たんだって。
Heavy workers' boots with reinforced toes and hobnails all over the yard.
これやるとさ、気力
What do you
落
think
ちる
you
のか
are?
な。
A super
はやっと気力
detective?
減少する。
You're hungover. These are just dents in the mud. No
どこよっ
pattern
ぽど。
emerges for the time being.
今日、なんでさ、ネ
There
クタイ
he
の方
still
がやられ
is,
ねえんだよ。
looking right through you with his white eyes. The body below.
Active decay.
He's about to blow! Cop's gonna blow, Kuno!
これを見た。
I'll die before I squeal, pig! You don't wanna
You can still.
Fuck does Kuno care? Kuno doesn't.
かいや、よくわからんわ。
An inconspicuous pile of the roofing material, Eternite.
こぶこぶ。
It's nothing.
四国。
Someone just left some roofing material.
じゃいけないんだよね。今回は、とりあえず大阪、開けよう。
Can I help you?
Mine? No, it.
Thank you for clearing that up.
Why?
I thought as much.
よし、とりあえずこれ読んだから
It。seems a little callous, doesn't it? Something stirs in you. Prod at him and find out.
What do you need?
It concerns the case.
Just bring them back once you're done, please. What thing? Yes, not the.
We should find out who this Lord faction is, occupying the booth. Lordness means we don't. We have to wait. They'll show up sooner or later.
What?
But
Yes, have you got it? Like what? I was.
サクッといくぜ。これってやっぱり。
an old call box with a matrix of push buttons lists all the companies.
これ見たっぽいな。投資、今度は、鍵、使っていただける、整理。
This trash container is locked with a well-oiled crack. The lock don't. Maybe you shouldn't. Just a feeling. A warning from some part of you. The smell of rotten food rises to greet you. You see soggy cartons, dirty rags, and organic waste.
We're just in time. This hasn't been emptied for over a week.
You see milk and egg rest with one broken egg in it. Some pasta wrapper. Picking up the soggy packages somehow feels familiar. You've done this before. The movements are recorded in your elbows, the methodology in your fingers. You're used to this. No, searching for evidence in the trash. A box falls into pieces in your hands. Batiste Soleil cereal. There are plastic pasta packages below, and turbo noodles. Nothing of note, however. Among the threadbare kitchen towels, something catches your eye. A pair of denim trousers. As the legs of the slime-covered jeans begin to unspool from the garbage, a rank corpse smell fills the air.
The victim's clothes? Cadaverine odor is faint. If these belong to the deceased, they were removed when he was still in the early stages of decay. Drop them in here, officer. Guitar marked blue jeans. Pockets empty or emptied. He wore them with a belt, too, a white belt. The loops appear stretched, but the belt is missing. That's it. Do you see anything else in there? I have another bag here.
Something slimy catches your eye. A drab, long-sleeved shirt, olive-colored, appears from the food waste, dripping with pus.
This is a military-type overgarment. No label or serial number. This is the kind of rib-knit shirt that's worn over light armor to conceal it in an urban scenario. Anything more?
The rest of the rags are just kitchen variety waste. A yellow old mug that catches your eye. But other than that...
All right. We should go to Gart again and ask if he knows who put the clothes in the trash. It could be as simple as someone from the hostel cleaning the yard. Or that one. I'd advise against confronting that force. Not really. All we know is the victim's clothes are in the trash, the lid was locked, and his establishment had the key. It's just a small loose thread.
The fuck's he on about, kids? You hear that, Kuno? He thinks you're an infant or something.
See?
The lieutenant nods, then looks back into the trash container. It's just organic waste, cold and slimy on your hands. Apple and potato peels mostly. Unidentified sludge, and the occasional chicken bone thrown in for good measure. But hey, what's this? A blue piece of plastic sticks out from the apple peels. It's shiny. Looks like the corner of something. Something larger. A clipboard. A blue plastic clipboard with moist papers hanging from it. They look badly damaged, but you can still make out forms and notes, written in a man's handwriting.
Officer,
見れないのか?
is that your paperwork? Yes, it is. Look. This plastic has the RCM street grid on it. You've even got an autopsy form. If you don't mind me asking, how did this get in the trash? What are you talking about? I don't know either. You should take stock of your notes. Make sure it's all there. Official notes contain informants' names. If some have fallen into the hands of the RCM's adversaries, bloodletting may well ensue. It would also not hurt to start taking notes on the case. Now, tell me what your eagle eyes see. Or are we finished?
Some items, such as the ledger you found, are interactable. Go to your inventory and select the Interact tab to read your paperwork.
You pick out a broken mug with an oddly racist depiction of the yellow man frolicking in saffron. Only in its social sensibility.
You've acquired an interactable item. Investigate this item further by going to the Interact tab in your inventory.
The container sounds a muffled gong.
That's one thing off the list. I think we got it all.
The smell of rotten food rises to greet you. You see soggy cartons, dirty rags, and organic waste. The container sounds a muffled gong.
あれ。レベルアップ。あ、ここに説明あるじゃん。コック。インタラクト。
It's the ledger you found in the trash. A pitiful cabbage of white and yellow papers hanging from plastic board, barely held together by a metal clip. This sad display is made complete by the faint smell of urinal cleaner. There's a piece of toilet paper, or is it cleaning tissue? No, it's toilet paper, desperately sticking to the back of the blue plastic clipboard. It's a metaphor for you. It's just toilet paper sticking to the back of the plastic clipboard. You can take it off if you want. Still wet, the toilet paper peels off the plastic easily. All you have to do is shake it off with your finger and voila! The ledger now looks marginally better. An aluminium block runs the width of the board, biting down on the paperwork. Its crocodile teeth are the only thing keeping the papers together. A regular pencil, the tip worn down to nothing, has been attached to the clip. The surface is interrupted by a silvery sticker. It's rectangular, sparkling with iridescence. You don't know how you didn't notice it before. Looks like an official mark, made to be low visibility outside the right circumstances.
What? Yes, halogen watermark used for adding information to RCM property. It depends. Aside from an anti-counterfeiting stamp, mine has my station number and address. The information varies by date of issue.
Your kill count. Yours will surely have your kill count.
Any capable light with the right wavelength will do. All RCM vehicles have headlights designed to reveal halogen watermarks. Mine too.
This means you can read the watermarks if you just turn the lights on.
Okay.
While a bunch of sodden papers sag from the clipboard in your hand, it's a sorry sight. They're not exactly white. They're yellowed in patches by sunlight and alcohol, and covered in dense blue handwriting. Ink escapes into watercolor patterns, reaching its tendrils across entire pages. The paper itself is checkered, with faint red lines, forming short paragraphs. Once in a while, there's a red stamp that exclaims, "Case files commit to paper." The case files themselves are plenty. You count more than 100 sodden, crumpled up, earmarked pages falling apart in your hands. They appear to be sufficiently organized and extremely dense, if mostly illegible. Work, strife, poverty, the Jamrock Quarter. These are handwritten logs of investigations dating back to January 51, this year. The exact number is hard to estimate due to missing pages and an odd naming convention. But there are at least 20, maybe 30 cases undertaken, not completed, mind you. What do you mean? Is that all? The notebook is annual. It says 51 on what remains of its cover. A molten strap of cardboard. Everything prior to this must have belonged to a previous volume. In short, there was more. Judging by the creases on your forehead and the lines on your cheeks, too much more. Going back years, decades even. Yes, it appears you employ a, shall we say, robust yet literary system. Each investigation has its case number written on the margins. Yet, still more tellingly, most are accompanied by a name. Yes, all caps. One is called The Next World Mural. Another, The Square Bullet Hole Murders. Another yet, The Unsolvable Case. Others appear more light-hearted. The guys on a couch in an unexpected location, and the murder at the hookah parlor. Even the rare article-free collapsing tenement. Murder features prominently throughout. You like this grimy murdering, don't you? Wish there was one in there about a drug den. You love those. Gets the blood pumping. It's going to take an effort to piece these case files together, but it can be done. Once you're done inspecting them up close.
You mean the alphanumeric? Officer, precinct, time of arrival at the scene? Oh, you mean the titular? Yes, well, so do I. In our defense, almost everyone in the RCM does. It's a holdover from the early days of the RCM, right after the revolution, when the organization had little idea how to do things. It persists in an unofficial capacity. Officers use these titles to refer to their work among themselves. Again, in your defense, I seem to have named one the man with the hole in his head. That was a real person. His death was real. Still, I named it that, to amuse myself. I pray his loved ones never find out. Rail spiked through the head. He died. It was a workplace accident.
There is, for precisely one more. 15 pages near the end remain untouched by the damage. The checkered grid forms a structure of passages, breaking the case into subtasks to accomplish. The tasks you've completed flow out of the kind green ape pen in a brash freehand similar to the rest of the letters. The wording comes easily. It's almost robotically simple, a language developed for mental rigor and simplicity. Inspect the victim's body. Interview the cafeteria manager. A satisfying slash sounds across the paper. You're done, it seems to say. And you, and you. And a fuck you to you too. That last one cuts a slash right through the paper. You're a swashbuckler with that pen, Harry, and it feels good. Feels like completion. Things to be done and things already done. The composition of reality. This is an extremely useful tool for a detective of the citizens' militia. Now all that remains is to name the case.
No, actually. Any ideas? Great. That's great. That's actually what I was thinking too. The Hanged Man. Good, strong name. We have a very good name for the case now. I'm going to start calling it the Hanged Man. It's good we sorted this out.
やばい。なんか目が痛い。どうした？
You don't exactly close them, so much as distance yourself from the smelly papers. They're a little further from your nose now. In the back, you see thin, translucent copy of paper. Some neon yellow, some bright red, all covered in boxes, like marching armies. These look like official forms, waiting to be filled out. 3. The topmost are misconduct fines. The middle ones are station calls, and the bottommost are field autopsy forms. Each is easy enough to make sense of. A monetary penalization ranging from 20 to 250 real. Severe cases allow for 1,000 real, but that requires special paperwork. The details of issuing these fines are spread out over the rest of the fields. These are quite sinister in tone. They give a date and time for the person to appear at the specified precinct police station. Below the call are the criminal charges you risk by not appearing. All in a print so small it could be considered downright cute. A dozen pages of thin copy paper, bright red in color. You see the parameters of a deceased human form waiting to be filled in. Age, sex, condition of internal organs, color of the irises, predation marks, condition of sexual organs. Yes, all that remains now is to fill those forms and hand them to people. Fines for wrongdoers, interview requests for bad guys, and field autopsies to dead guys. The rest of the stinking cellulose is much worse for wear. Being sandwiched between the board and the rest of the paperwork must have spared the fragile copier paper. It's made of dark blue plastic, hard enough to beat someone to submission with. The edges are rounded, however. The U4 size board feels thick and heavy in your hand. Light shimmers on its wet surface. On the back, you see the embossed letters, RCM. Something rattles inside, ever so lightly. Is there a hidden compartment? And something small inside, light, made of paper or cardboard, or dried flowers perhaps. The plastic shimmers like lapis lazuli, but it is not see-through. You cannot see to its center. There's pain in there, if you want some. That much you know. Something rattles inside, and something small inside, light, made of paper or cardboard, or dried flowers perhaps. The plastic shimmers like lapis lazuli. There's pain in there, if you want some. With your hands, U4-sized pages hang from the clip screwed to the top of the board.
72
The two sides of the board appear slightly misaligned, like a drawer that's come off its slides. If you bend the plastic on your knee slowly, the slides snap back into place. It should be possible to just, without resistance or sound, the two panels move against each other. The compartment is now open. 2 ticket stubs and a handmade postcard. 2 octopuses are smiling, reaching their tentacles toward each other in the colored pencil drawings. The tickets permit access to the zoo in Revachol East. The aquarium costs extra. These let you go there too. Thin wax paper has been glued to a piece of cardboard. Sounds like leaves rustling when you pick it up. You see violet flowers, floral patterns, patches of glue. It smells of chewing gum, apricot flavored. A touch of cinnamon, the end of summer. You think the label says tutti frutti. Familiar handwriting lines the inside of the card, looped, round letters in a woman's hand. Harry, it begins. You're already reading. I wanted to write you a letter so you can read it when you wake up. Maybe it will make you happy. Throw it away, please. A merciful wind blows in from the Bay of Revachol, dusting the ground at your feet and raising newspapers far away. You feel the card slipping into it.
Let's go.
Your hands shake, holding onto it. Every morning when I step out and you're asleep behind me, it says, I find a little piece of sadness in me. I carry it in my chest, down Voyager Road. Every step I take, it grows. By the time I reach the fuel station, it has filled me entirely. I step onto the light rail and look back. Sparks fall from the bow collector. I know it will be like this until late afternoon, when I get off the 42 and walk back to you. You. Every step I take will get lighter. It almost makes me run. Sometimes I do. I can't believe I met you. I can't believe the happiness I feel with you. You have a vast, vast soul, and I will always, always, always come back to it. Kisses, kisses, kisses. You feel the air sucked out of your lungs and the blood sucked out of your head. Everything around you gets dark. Small white dots appear. You feel the ledger slip from your hand. No, hold on. To what? There's nothing.
Detective, is everything all right?
死ぬのこれ。
There is nothing. Again. Well, almost nothing. There is the ground below you. That's still there. That's me. Blue eyes, that's me. Who was what?
He speaks of the sickening longing, the unwell emotion. Even in the darkness, he's grasping for it. Still trying to hold on to the great sorrows slipping in the water. Slimy. Here in the paleo-mammalian cortex, we call it the shadow. Because it's always there.
Tell him.
Ah, yes. In the olfactory system, they call it the apricot chewing gum scented one. It's unhealthy of them to linger on it so. But as they say, what do you do? It didn't smell nice. It smelled like betrayal.
Bloated corpse of the past resurfacing.
Beautiful. Believe me, stupid ape, its lack of beauty was not the problem.
Bloated corpse of the past resurfaced. Don't prod at it. It will start moving again. There is no Voyager Road. There are no roads, no houses, no lights in the windows. It's all on. You think they would let you? Until you disintegrate into biomolecule. No. Someone is breathing on your face now, inspecting your pupils, stupid idiot.
Yes, they're pouring something on you. It's in you. And
It's delicious. Glowing lights on a dashboard emerge out of nothingness. In the upholstered cabin of Lieutenant Kitsuragi's motor carriage, seated in the driver's basket, the air is thick with leatherworks and heavy fuel oil. Cold water runs down your chin.
Drink. Water.
The water is cold, silvery, the stuff of life itself, as it pours down your parched throat. The pounding in your head recedes. The darkness parts.
Drink. You haven't drunk water in 2 days. Did you know the human body is not made to survive on alcohol alone? You need a secondary form of hydration.
With greedy gulps, you down half a liter of cold water. Some of it spills on the driver's seat. The lieutenant pays no heed to it.
What happened? You were reading your paperwork. Then you passed out. I carried you to my kinema to take you to a hospital. Then you came to. 10 minutes, maybe. Right. You dropped these. Are you okay to proceed? Good.
The Ledger of Failure and Hatred is a special item that can be used both as an interactable and a tool equipped in your held slot for skill bonuses. Find it under the Tools tab in your inventory.
Yeah. なんかよくわかんないことになったぜ。
It's the ledger you found in the trash. A cabbage of papers hanging from the board, with the permeables drawn inside. It's barely held together by a clip. Without resistance or sound, the two panels move against each other. The compartment it's slightly, ever so slightly, difficult to breathe once you've done so. The drawer is locked. Blue ink drips from the white pages in your hand. Your hand shakes. You're flushed with adrenaline. The acidic stench of rotting food is rubbed off on the cellulose. It now forms the base of the experience. This base surrounded by a faint air of spoiled meat, the stuff of death itself, and then sprinkled liberally with the citrus zest of toilet cleaner. You know, like the bits they put into public piss bowls, probably called Fermi Discrete, or Axel, or something. At some point in its journey, the ledger has seen the inside of a public toilet. Remember when I said the smell of the upstairs bathroom was so rank they should have sent a poet to describe it? Why, yes it is, among many other things. This cleaning tablet is used by the whirling in rags. Perhaps that's where the ledger was dropped in the toilet. By you.
Bonus.
It's the ledger you found in the trash. A cabbage of papers hanging from the board. With
インタラクトしたんじゃ。
It's just a racist mug. What's there to read here? Not much. Oh boy, here we go. What are you going to say about a broken, tossed-away mug that you dug out of the garbage? But it was in the trash. Why not just call it out when you see it? Or do some volunteering work? It's just a racist mug. What's there to read? But it will not happen.
こんだけなんか。なんだ。あれ、消えたぞな。メダカは、映画、なくなってる。で、これは、スロット。今日のロックしてみる。アンロックしてもさ、何年にもないってこと。あ、もう、アンロックしなくていいのか。開いてんじゃん、もう最初から。じゃ、意味ないじゃん。どここにあるやつが選べるってことね、バカに。操作方法がわかんねえ。あれ、セットできなくなってない。どうやってセットする。あれさっき、セットできたの。 なんかこうセットできない。どうやったの？方法がわかんねえな。解決策。とりあえず51。
Yes?
8時7。お祝い。
Before you stands a motor carriage. Vapor emanates from in the cabin. You are welcomed by a scent of steering wheel, a scent of leatherwork and heavy fuel.
All right. Ready? I turn, you press start. It's next to the preheater.
The dashboard lights up with orange glow. The rouse per minute gauge jumps, and the engine of the Caprice Canadian comes to life with a whiny growl. Like a leopard waking from its sleep, yawning and roaring at the same time. The lights unfold with a little click, casting electrical light onto the ground before the vehicle.
There you go. I'll turn them off from the remote once you're done. We just need to stand in front of the machine now.
The frequency tableau, the soft purr.
Hello, Alice.
Operating the radio is
これは持っ
easy.
てます。
Just be confident.
This is officer.
Under the green prime line.
10-2, 10-4, what's your status? Over. 10-18, 10-20, over. 10-18, 10-20, state your message, sir. Over. 10-9, 10-4, message.
10-22.
Is it him? Says he does. He what? He lost his badge? This is coming. You mean your partner? What is this? I'm his goddamn. It's your partner. Did he lose his memory? Who lost his badge? Dick? Fuck. It's Officer Dick Mullin.
Dick Mullin is not your name. It's the name of a fictional detective who would not.
10-4, I hear you, officer. I'm just.
Fuck me! Mac, come here!
You. What's going? Silver. He lost his badge. He lost his goddamn fucking badge. 10-9.
New heights?
Ask him. Sergeant Ors.
Check your pockets. Check your. No.
10-9, come in, officer. Did you get 10-1? 10-9, come in, officer. Over. Come in, officer. 10-9, repeat message, please. Did you misplace your firearm? Over.
The silence is almost
That did not go well. Did we need anything else here?
a metallic.
Take what you need.
He's clearly the pry bar. Cold and useful for opening all sorts of doors. The handle you can do is right. Lets you see things. The pull-out toolbox slides back into its nest. Preheater gauge casts a warm glow on the steering levers. And the radio.
This is the Caprice Kinema. My motor.
Motor carriage, motor carriage. Something bad with a motor carriage. A dark lump rises in your throat.
A motorized vehicle, officer. I'm sure you are familiar with the concept.
Nothing, nothing. It's probably nothing. Forget I brought it in the cabin. You see a set of steering levers.
これさ。記録、減ったよね。外、クイ
Inside,
ックセー
you
ブ
see
し
a
てお
set
こう
of。steering levers, a radio microphone. The white sway. Your fingers waste no time closing around the handle. You feel an uninterrupted connection to the mechanic. After a while, of course it's only in your head. Of course it is. But it almost feels as if the clutch handle is gently squeezing back. At the bottom of the sea. So strange. The machine is not because it's lonely. Just like you. seaweed and the smell of freshly treated leather. I'm good, cherished and the handle is pulled back. In the cabin, you see a set of steering levers, a radio on a hook. It's just a racist mug.
でこれはお前こっちか。
As you hold your ledger's clip under the headlamp, an iridescent hologram appears. A street grid and the veins of a great river. A familiar sensation washes over you.
There she is, Revachol West.
Around the borders of the watermark are dozens, no, hundreds of micro-perforations. The rectangular watermark is overlaid with the logo of the RCM, and yet the major arteries of Revachol are all recognizable. They shimmer in the Kanema's headlights. A rat brazenly darts past you and disappears amongst the stopped lorries. In the distance, a child somewhere shrieks. A woman reprimands her in a voice no quieter than the child's cry. In the middle of a broken plaza, in a cone of light, barely visible in the daytime, two men, one slim, the other sturdy. They are on the city stage, but only one of them knows his lines.
Ah, Martinez. Let me see. Right here. No, it does not.
There are many of them, and they are divided into 3 separate rows. The first row has 18 dots. Not bad for what? You don't even know what it means yet. The next is the longest. It runs all the way around the border, and then some. There are so many, it's hard to count. More than 150. At the last row has 3 perforations. As you look at them, you feel your index finger reflexively contract 3 times. And something you'll do again before this is all over.
Those are perforations. They represent your record as an officer of the RCM. They are your statistics, as it were. I should have guessed you'd keep a record. Officer.
Son, here is where we score your life performance. You better hope it's good.
The first row represents your years of service. 18 years. Okay, not bad at all. What did you do before you volunteered? That's what it says. I might have guessed even longer based on your age. What did you do all those blissful years of your youth? Yes, that does seem quite likely. Your youth coincided with some heady days for Revachol. But let's move on, shall we? This next row, the one that wraps all the way around, is your number of closed cases. Closed is good. It means finished. You've got, let's see... Wow, more than 200! It's quite a lot, even for someone who's been on the force for nearly 2 decades. Usually, clearing more than 10 cases a year puts you in the 90th percentile of all RCM officers. Call it what you want. You were a valuable member of your precinct. Now, let's look at the last row.
You know the answer already. The tingle in your index finger gave it away.
That's right. How did you know? Ah, right. Sometimes the brain's able to preserve certain responses even when conscious memory has been, let's say, misplaced. For an RCM officer, especially Precinct 41, which is in the Jamrock quarter, it's rather tame. I mean that in a good way. There are certain officers who treat their kills like some kind of ghoulish game. If they do happen to solve a case, it's usually by accident. But it seems as though you are, or at least were, one of the good ones. So we have that to be thankful for.
He's sincerely glad you're not a scary predator. Not to say relieved you're competent.
Everyone has their own method of coping. Some more effective or self-destructive than others. Personally, I find it helps to keep up a few hobbies. Oh, this and that. Let's not get into it now. Why not gardening? You've already got the gloves. Yes.
The lieutenant nods.
Right. I'll go turn off the lights.
You can now see your statistics on your journal page, to the right of the task description.
Journal く
As you turn, a bright light
Okay.
catches your eye, making you squint. From a distant sunset, a stage light, flash photography, nowhere in particular. It's just what superstar law officers do. They squint at lights, and they solve shit. What are you, deaf? They're perfect, like rockstar politician and drug addict teacher. Embrace the superstardom you've worked so hard to establish. Yeah, you have. You're a big dick cop, Dick Mullen, Salam Rocky Baye, badass on-the-edge disco cop. Time to recede into a ludicrous fantasy world. Here we go. Camera, lights. With a sudden flash, the world freezes around you, and you along with it. In an iconic monochrome solution, a black silhouette against a rasterized orange world. It's
あ、やばい。飛ばしちゃった。パルセウス、ポスト。あれこれ、嵐のスーパースター、動けんじゃない。俺はどうやってやるんだろう。セットができないんだけど。ジャーナルで見れる。俺のこと言って。白い、舐めると。わかんねえな。
Yes?
一度は結局どこ？俺？全部言ったから。戻っていく。
I can't believe it's
な
snowing
んと変わっ
again.
てないです。
It felt like springtime just a few days ago.
ここ行けるようになった。
Can I help you?
Absolutely in the question. First, we find a sad bank.
Another thing. Great. I love those. Yes, not the whole. They come here.
We should find out who these We don't. We have to wait.
Yes, not. They.
We should find out. We don't.
Yes.
あ、ちょっと
We
待っ
should
て。
find out who these We don't. We have.
Yes. Do I have a shaker in my hand?
Am I wearing a little. Am I smiling? Because I'm not.
What you want is a goddamn drink. How is that so hard to understand?
Even more reason for me not. Thanks. I hope you found what you were looking for. How strange. I certainly didn't put them there. The trash collection service, CS Municipal. I don't see why they would put anything in the trash, though.
Ah, the elusive CS Municipal. I doubt we'll be able to track down who was sent here last and when. This will have to be one of those little threats that solves itself down the road.
On Clinton Street, near the Boogie Street Diamond, a small truck rattles down an alleyway. It stops by a rusted trash container. Two men, their faces rough and swollen, jump out. They look at the container
コミッション。
despondently. CSM is written on their
One
backs.
hour's passed.
Thank you
あ、
anyway.
やべえ。もう1時間になっちゃった。
Sylvie had the keys before I got here, and I can vouch for her. I can vouch for all my stuff. None of us would tamper with the crime scene.
Yes.
よし、行くぜ。中森明菜、誰や、こいつ。金拾っていいのか。こいつ
A
誰だこい
thin
つ。
man is smoking below an exhaust hood, occasionally sipping from his mug. This must be the Whirling's cook. As you step in, he nods toward the table and says something in a completely foreign language. The only words you can make out are Goransi and Kubek. It must be his name. Goransi. Goransi Kubek. Sounds representative. The man puts his cup down and replies something, his left hand drawing arcs in the air. He smiles and bangs his ladle against each of his pots in turn.
雨じゃねえか。たかよくわかんない。
Yes?
違う。この扉は、
You see a heavy steel door with a prominent dimple lock. You immediately feel drawn to the color. Blue is for mystery. The cobalt blue surface feels rough to touch. The stainless steel door is flush with its frame on every side. Old cobalt paint, rough on the fingers. 40, 50 years since this was painted, maybe. The door does not budge.
You do? It's a door in the back of the kitchen. Why do you care where it leads?
The winch, outside, in the backyard. Remember? No? Your fingers do.
Well, if there was a winch, I suppose we could look into it. As a side investigation. Gart is the person to ask about this, the cafeteria manager.
Can I help you? Another thing. Great. I love those. Yes, not the whole damn union, thank God. Just the They come...
We should find out who did. We don't. We have to wait.
Oh, yes, that door, sure. There's nothing mysterious about it. It's just a door. No, I don't have a key. I don't know how to get there. And I don't care either. It's not like I've been wondering about it for 10 years. It's just a frit warehouse, probably. Or some boring storage space with a bunch of old junk and dust. Junk and dust.
He's attempting to maintain an air of indifference. It's absolutely not convincing. He looks at the dust on his finger and wipes it off.
Oh, yes, that door, sure. There's nothing... No, I don't have it. Or some...
He's attempting to maintain an air of...
Fine, okay, a little. But my job doesn't leave me time for wondering about one locked door in one of the cafeterias I manage. So, I haven't opened it. I have cleaned the whole place 100 times over, though, after the animals. And I haven't found a key, so good luck with that. Yes?
「気力が足りなければ何とかって出てくる。ロードが早すぎて読めね。これかな、ミンチ。あれ、違うの。
An inconspicuous pile of the roofing material, Eternite.
裏って言ってるから、ここじゃないの。
You see a set of tire tracks in the brown slush that covers the plaza mosaic.
.あれこれ。
Welcome to Revachol.
Don't you welcome to Revachol me. My grandfather came here from a 3,000-year-old racist isolationist culture, while your ancestors came to this island a mere 300 years ago. Every school of thought and government has failed in the city, but I love it nonetheless. It belongs to me as much as it belongs to you. It's men like you who keep Revachol divided, making it that much harder for everyone to climb out of this post-war limbo.
Oh, come on, man. I just said welcome to Revachol. It's a lorry driver thing.
I know exactly what you meant. You think my kind doesn't belong here, that I should watch myself and behave. But you see, I'm an officer of the RCM. It's actually my job to make sure you behave. I would advise you to remember that.
Silence. The air between them becomes tense. Your partner needs backup. Now's your moment to shine.
You two make a cute couple. You know that?
The lieutenant exhales and resumes his regular calmness.
Whatever you say, officers.
He smells of heavy motor oils and his breath of high tar content cigarettes, probably Astra Whites.
Oh man, that's great. Look at that guy go. Haven't seen anything that funny in a while. God damn. Thanks for that, but no, it's not mine. It's about biological determinism, natural law, the sorting of the races. Not the most popular topic nowadays, with the coalition in charge and all. You might want to change the topic. That is, bury your head under the sand like common sheep.
Change the topic. The way he says it makes it almost sound like a threat.
I'm not the only one. Look, I've read books. The science of racial theory has all been proved, even if some people don't want to accept it. People who've studied these things say that you and me are superior by design, so naturally, we Occidentals should be in charge. Obviously, you can see the merits in that. So, lately we Occidentals have experienced an unfortunate downturn when members of the superior race cease to believe in their innate superiority. They stop competing for resources. The problem? The damn kips are showing a real good game lately. Same with the mosquitoes. And the other introduced species too. They're on the precipice of cultural victory. It's what the kips of Boogie Street are going for, right under our noses. And the others too, on the radio. Heard any chansons lately? Heard any motetos or leader? No. Dominating culture is how they plan to win. They say so themselves. It's true. Also, you need to realize the dangers of mixing races. Who knows what might happen if people don't stay in their birthplace? You might end up with a new sub-race, with unknown characteristics, leading to extra competition. That's why you've got to control the offspring. Good. If we, the evening people, pull together, we can form a bulwark against these troubled times. Root out the forces that seek to undermine the well-being of our people.
Lieutenant Kitsuragi's stern expression remains unchanged, but you sense he can't be happy about this turn of events.
Oh, not much anymore. I'm here to pick up some cargo, but the dock workers are on strike, so it's a sit and wait on your ass situation. The strike? Oh, they've been at it for a while. A month, 2 months maybe. But this here is just the last week or so. Apples. Yeah, apples. I take it you had other questions?
He's given you the runaround. Let's be honest, you were bested.
I salute you, compatriot. Defenders of the evening lands have to stick together. Light up, brother. Ward off those jungle spirits.
Whoa, jackpot. Racist jackpot.
Cigarettes are a tool. Equip them in your health slot in your inventory.
It's about not the...
Change the topic.
I'm not just racist. People who've studied these things say that you and me. Open your eyes. Haven't you noticed something different lately? An unfortunate downturn, maybe? Huh? When members of the super... This concerns you, policeman, so you better be vigilant. The damn kids are sure. It's true. Also, you need to realize the danger. Go right ahead. You may be a cop.
Lieutenant Kitsurage's stern expression. Not a lot of moral fiber on this one yet, he thinks. Wriggled out of it.
It's not...
Change the topic. The way he says it makes it almost...
People who've studied these things say that you and me are superior by... So, lately we Occident... The problem? The damn... It's what the kids of Boogie Street are going for. It's true. Also, you need to realize the dangers of... Go right ahead.
Lieutenant Kitsurage... Not a lot of moral fiber on this one yet, he thinks. Wriggled out of it. The tear machine stands in the corner. A sign says, 1 bottle equals 10 cents.
Oh, that's the tear machine. It's a machine for tear. You know, you find tear outside, like bottles or whatever. And you need a bag, I guess. We used to have some, but we gave them all out, so... Feel free to use it if you find a bag, though. I'm sure there are some out there, somewhere.
A small cabinet on the wall is filled with various medicine bottles, nasal sprays, and blister packs. They all bear the Saint Baptiste Pharmaceutics logo.
Just ask me if you need anything from Saint Baptiste. We don't stock prescription meds, but we do have Nosafed, Duramine, Magnesium, and Hypnogamma. I don't know. Let's see. Nosafed is a nasal spray. Duramine is a really good painkiller. Magnesium is a dietary supplement. Hypnogamma is... I don't really know what Hypnogamma is. I guess it makes you feel less shit. It's recommended to use after lots of partying, studying, or exercising. No, sorry. I'm not like a doctor or anything.
Nosafed heals +1 health. Duramine heals +3 health. Magnesium...
Saint Baptiste. You know, the pharmaceuticals company. Saint Baptiste Pharmaceuticals. The one that sells meds out of Saint Baptiste. That one. There.
羽ってどこでわかんない。やべえな。
A colorful display of cigarettes and alcohol bottles line the shop wall, inviting you closer. The bottles wink at you in the light. The smokes too glitter in their wrapping. It's like looking into a kind of heaven. Your knees are weak. There, in that dark green glass, all in vain. The great flowing river of warmth, wine, alcohol, beer, alcohol, love, alcohol.
I'm obliged to inform you that both alcohol and cigarettes damage your health. But I guess you already know that.
Know this. You will never finish your alcohol quest if you don't buy beautiful alcohol.
お酒もあんのか。字が。 壁紙から買いにでござる。これは何だ？
You see several packaged raincoats fill a low shelf beneath a display of croissants and juice bottles. The raincoats are transparent, except for the big Fritta slogan on the back. The packages are small, discreet, sloppily stacked, making them easier to take unnoticed. No need to worry about knocking over a display.
What is what? It's a raincoat. If you want to buy one, then it's only 4 real.
Her attention is drawn to the raincoats. Stealing one undetected will now be more.
Welcome to Frit. Feel free to look around or something. Everything is out on the shelves.
What's that magazine she's reading?
I don't know. Frit? A 7 to 11 grocery store. I think they think that the extra tea makes it funkier. It doesn't. You mean this? This is Pop Stars. It's got, like, famous people in it. It's
Looks like it also has something called Police de la Mode, featured on page 34. This speaks to you.
It's where they rate different outfits famous people wear. It's kind of funny. They're kind of mean. It's about who's the most stylish. No. I don't like it. I hate it.
We are not the fashion police. We're the real police.
Okay. I'm not really supposed to be chatting to anyone, but... A warehouse? I don't know. Maybe. I don't really care what Frit does.
She scrunches up her face into an expression of consummate adolescent skepticism.
Fine. Frit doesn't have a warehouse. Just a little back room here. Okay? I don't really know anything. I mean, I know it's there, but I haven't seen it, so... Not really. No. I didn't know him at all. I don't know, really... long? I don't know.
No need to worry. It's just standard procedure for us to ask around. If you hear anything, let us know, okay?
Okay. Uh-huh. Reality? You mean, what reality? Economic reality, or... I don't know. What about it? Our government? Or do you mean something else? When ordinary people take over the government and, demand democracy? Yeah, it happened like 50 years ago or so. Sorry, I'm not very good at this. We're in Frit? As mankind, or as a nation, or... We're in Revachol, like on the Insulindian You're Welcome? I don't know. Look at the clock. It's right behind you on the wall.
The clock shows the time at 10:09. The hands seem to be still. It's apparent the
Cool.
When you said before that you were down with racism, was it meant in earnest, or were you just trying to win his confidence? I suppose that's a relief. Just be careful how often you avail yourself of this technique. A lie may be useful in the short term, but I have a way of catching up with you later. And one more thing. As you've seen, these sorts of attitudes are quite common in Martinez, so I expect this to happen again and again. I've had this conversation enough times in my life. From now on, I'm going to stay out of it. How you choose to respond is your business, but be careful. Now,
戻った。これ見たよね。
The tear machine stands in the corner.
川底にないから。
yes?
あれ、ウインチがあるって言って。出られないんだが。何回言うんだわ。
Hello again,
奥さんはし。
officer. How are things? Me?
She hides it well, but behind the sweat and dirt there is something.
Is there?
The quickness of the reply certainly does not prove you wrong.
I am working. I have a greenhouse in the yard there. Well,
Don't worry, me.
Salts, ammonium.
ウインチがあるとか言ってなかった。どこ？2階に行くとか、これだよね。通れないんだけど。
An inconspicuous pile of the roofing material, Eternite.
だってこれやったら死ぬもんね。いけないよ。これも下ろせない
There
の。
he still is, looking right through you.
購入。あ、そういえば。タバコがあったのかな。
There it is, a brave little army in your pocket. You picked the best one. This soldier is fat and succulent. What are you waiting for? Get a load of this rock and roll cop here, people. Johnny Thundercop fishes a cheap lighter out of his pants. With a flick of the thumb, there's fire. A primal satisfaction. Here we go. The lighter's dark green disposable plastic. Safety's off. In your case, the safety is always off. Repercussions. There's a high risk of glory, with a mild chance, cool genius. Smoking makes you into an intellectual. Everybody knows that. Thick, warm smoke gets sucked down into your lungs.
規制が上昇し
You
た。
feel a warm nostalgia fill your
太田
head,
優子へと。
body, and soul. A nostalgia for yourself. The man you were in your youth. Johnny Thundercop is back, and he's chill as balls.
In the bottom right corner of the screen, there's a cigarettes button. Cigarettes gives +1 to intellect skills. Logic, rhetoric, conceptualization, visual calculus, encyclopedia, and drama. This is good before a white check, but damages your health.
永続なのかな。 やべ、間違えた。違うボタンを押しちゃった。まあいいや。猫。上の階に行けばいいのかな。これ、こっち。何かある。7分だったっけ。
Kim also tries not to look at the pile of tape viscera on the carpet, or the weird suitcase on the hat rack, or the potted plant dying in the corner. But it's all just too morbid to ignore. The man is finding it hard not to trip on the tape, and not to send any of the bottles rolling across the floor. Where unidentifiable sludge makes it hard for him to breathe. Smells of vomit in here. He nods.
No problem, officer.
The bed is cold and not particularly inviting, but it's yours. The sheets look awful.
The option to go to sleep becomes available every night after 9 p.m.
ああ、そういうことか。
The fan stands still. A mirror hangs on the bathroom wall. In it, your face, adorned with the expression.
鏡、強い。高校関係あんのかね。でもここからこの上行けないよな。ウインチどうやって使うんだろう。ダメっぽいね。ふっ。
The door is closed. This door can only be opened with a key or from the inside. As you hold the metal, you sense the warmth. Still no answer. Still nothing. The lieutenant gives you. You should punch a fucking hole in it. The murmur in your ears recedes slowly.
Maya, すぐ行けないの。
Can I help you? Another thing. Great. I love... Oh, yes, that door. Sure. No, I don't have a key. I don't know how to get... Or some boring storage.
He's attempting to maintain an air...
Fine, okay. So, I haven't opened it. I have cleaned the whole... Yes?
The man ponders his cooking utensil. He looks up at you, then looks away quickly, shrugging and muttering something to himself. Shrugging is an international sign for no.
Kochi. 懐中電灯やればいけんじゃね。
It's the ledger you found in the trash, a cabbage of papers hanging from the board. With
セーブしよう。こまめな。金銭とか。どういうこと？これ。ここがいけるんか。でも、これのせいでいけないの。これじゃない。トイレの通れないのかけ。バカン。今日のラミア。ホテル、健康を忘れられた一徳に入る中に隠されているか。機密のツール、ホイール、お水、けど、クール。足指。
Yes?
気向け。
What do you want to know? Good.
出てこないんだけど。痛いの呼び、剣士が住んで。三重県、ついてない。ってどういうこと？なんか違う人いるよ。来ないだけ、さっき。どんだけ行為。
the worker isn't a... Perhaps he's on his way to where you just came from, into the primordial darkness? There is only one way to awake this bone idol from his slumber. Roar like a hurricane. Rip the buildings from the earth.
Why the yelling, man? Wait, what? I was just sleeping. What do you want, officer? Thank God, no.
The worker stares at you, his eyes dry from sleep. A web of wrinkles covers his tanned forehead.
I don't know what you're talking about, kind sir, but when I'm out, then I'm really out. No corpses, no mausoleums, just quality time.
A little me time in the abyssal pelagic zone. You can never return to it now. Only detective work remains. Wakefulness and detection. Fuck sleep. Despite the headache and the queasiness, You feel like you've got at least a 10-kilometer run in you.
That's the name of my employer. I work in logistics.
He doesn't sound too enthusiastic about this.
How's it going? Haven't you noticed what's going on outside? Good. Then you understand the gist of it. We would all be better off without the employers and their employment. For one, I can get some goddamn shut-eye. Right to sleep, I say. Nate got it. Majoret's got it. He's guarding the gate. I'm just getting some sleep. Or was.
The way he says Measurehead implies ultimate trust in this head reckoner's physical prowess. He seems like a worthy rival. You should slay him.
We are. The workers. The union. We know what we need. What's right for us. Okay. I guess there's also Everard. He's in charge of the union. He's smart. Knows how to negotiate. He's got our back. Yeah, what about it? You know, people die here every day. Someone's found in a ditch, another one falls in a manhole, a third one gets eaten by stray dogs. If someone has decided to die on top of a tree, then how is it my concern? I can tell you this. Trouble's ahead.
You have a pretty solid feeling that the man's not just mouthing off. He's strong, but even he has reasons to be cautious here.
They say your guy was a killer. Your tree man. He has friends, same as him, killers. There's only one thing they know well. How to wreak havoc. Everyone. It's a local rumor.
Meaning, you're not gonna get more out of me.
You heard what I said. Draw your own conclusions. That's all I know, and I prefer to keep it this way.
The lieutenant gives you a little nod, then makes a note in his blue notebook. So Union people think he was a killer, he thinks. Even sleepy hair. This doesn't help a lot, but it's something. Good work, detective.
Indeed. Help yourself to some. Wait. No. Oh, it's empty. Sorry about that, pal.
He rubs his face before burying it in his hands.
Indeed. Knocks you right out when you drown a bottle or two.
The dock worker doesn't answer. His head is already back down on the table, in sweet sleep. Some kind of superstar.
何これ?
They say the world isn't ready for a rock and roll cop. No one wants their state monopoly on violence to be mixed with celebrity worship. They claim to know it would be dangerous for detectives to rise to the ranks of demigods and have sexual encounters with barely legal cover girls. It would be insane, they say. To all this, you say, fuck off and die, in a cool voice. You people have no idea how good these cops are gonna get. They're gonna crack 20 cases a day. In the future, cops will be like astrophysicists, or prime ministers, or prophets. And you're the first one.
めっちゃ伸びるな、こいつ。 この音。わかんねえな。
Hello again, sweetie.
とりあえず無線のやつを、
Inside, you see a set of steering levers, a radio microphone, a pull-out toolbox.
来なかった。確かに死んだような気がするんだよな。
Inside, you see a set of steering levers, a radio microphone. As you tap on the gauge, the indicator pin jerks as if startled. It's in the large orange sector, indicating the engine is warm. Next to the gauge is a red switch labeled heat.
Now, that's enough fun with the foldable headlights. I know they are mesmerizing. They're also fragile. I'm not going to turn it on for you again.
This is Precinct 57. How may I assist you? It will take just a
これやって
moment.
なかった。
He's carelessly chewing on a
ちょっ
piece
と
of
待って。
hard candy.
Oh, it's you. Yes, there's no basking in your glory yet. Yes, there's basking in your glory. Hard to or actually, yep, yes.
He said,
Cut down on
oh, but speed.
that's the busy.
It certainly does not help with aiming.
とりあえずこれはいいよ。
Yes, basking in your glory, yeah. Practically drowned with all. What else?
It's hard to say if he doesn't believe you.
Look, pal, getting pumped and dumped is not a... That's what the guys say, officer. That some
Isn't it?
chick pumped you and then dumped you, threw you away like an empty juice carton.
Don't take it
やばい。
personally. There just wasn't any juice left in your carton, pal.
なかった選択だったか。
You must have me confused for a close personal friend. I am not. I am a medical professional with a constant idiot emergency on my hands.
You hear someone whine in the background.
What? You want me to... You want the real...
So it's political. The money is...
And no, I don't want to hear...
It's not fucking cryo-acta latte.
Mm-hmm.
Anything else I can help you with, officer? Of course. What is the number, officer?
Yes.
Proceed.
Lieutenant,
よしこれ。
Officer? Yes, hello? Oh, right.
there is no resentment in her tone.
You mean, why did I... Let's just say, maybe, I don't know. No? Not me. No, sorry. People don't have the money to have the cape.
It was someone else. We'll find them sooner or later, officer. It just might take a while.
Yeah, go on. Yes, I know who you are. You're a police officer. The law. Oh,
Real policemen have uniforms too, by the way. Where's yours? Despair creeps into you. Getting fat on your weakness. You're still coming up with sentences. That's a step up from total annihilation. He watches you melt down stoically. Nothing you can say. Cop gives up the detective genre for social realism and inside, you see a set of steering levers, a radio microphone. As you
this is Precinct 57. How many... It will...
her he's
Oh, you're basking in your glory. Oh, yep. Yes.
He's
cut down on the...
Oh, but...
Yes, there's basking in your glory, yeah. Yes, there's basking in your glory, yeah. Practice. Mm-hmm.
Anything else I can help you with? Of course. What?
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh, right.
There is no resentment.
You mean, why did I leave the bar? Maybe, I don't know. No? No, people don't...
It was someone else. We'll find them.
Yeah, go on. Yes, I know who you are. Oh.
Real policemen have uniforms too, by the way. Where's you?
これか。 制服。整理士、力にくり、5イントを足せって書いたら意志力に5イント。死にすぎるわ。わかったわかった。
Inside, you see a set
こ
of
れでちょっ
steering
としに行く
levers,
かな。
a radio microphone, a pull-out tool. As you tap on
This is Precinct 57. How may I assist you? It was.
her voice, he's cared.
Oh, it's you. Mm-hmm.
Anything else I can help you with, officer? Of course.
Yes.
Listen.
Lieutenant,
Yes, hello? Oh, right.
there is no...
You mean, why did I leave the bar? Maybe, I don't know. No? No, people don't.
It was someone else.
Yeah, go on. Yes, I know who you are. Oh,
Real policemen have uniforms too, by the way. Where's your? He's in plain clothes, voluntarily.
please, no. No. You were trying to impress some people with it. Everyone was eating, and
Sounds like it's going to be bad.
you were waving it around in everyone's face, begging them to describe it. You said it calms you, and then you started making suicide jokes.
People tried to back away from you, or even slip out of the door. But you screamed, I am the goddamned law, and you have to listen to me. You are all suspects in a murder investigation.
No idea. All I know is next you were waving around money instead, saying things like big butts cannot lie and guns can't buy money, but money can always buy guns.
タスクが増えると
It almost looked like you pawned it.
選択肢も増えるってことか。
Believe me, I did not ask. Uniform? I never saw you in any uniform. You had your things on. The disco things. Well, you tried to jam it down the toilet, sir, clogging it completely. After I had unclogged the toilet and retrieved the paperwork, I threw it out in the trash, thinking you didn't need it. I am sorry about that. Anything else, Detective? I do hope so. Please don't call me again. Bye.
You hear the call breaking up on the other end of the radio, and then the already familiar voice.
Anything else I can help you with, officer?
As always.
A flock right away.
Someone must have been messing with the radio or... Oh,
Go for it. Turn the radio back on while it's...
nothing to get into.
This is Precinct 57. Can I connect it to someone? 57.
In the cabin, you see a set of...
知らなかったぜ。あれ、黒、視力。これでようになったから、まあまあ、しにくくなったか。知性って。この辺りの電話があってこと。まあいいや。死体の検診はついたのか。よしわかる。おなんか。ここなってる。ロックの。ハスラ。
gander and a hunter and a gatherer. Feel like a traveler from another planet. Hey there, it's the Jam, my man.
The air from the east is thick with the smell of crude oils, heavy metals and other byproducts of the modern era. You can almost taste it.
It's a traffic jam for the ages. Harbor gates up the street are shut tight, no explanation given. Workers on strike, scabs agitating, an all-around clusterfuck. Meanwhile, we're all stuck here in long-haul limbo for days upon days upon days. Upon days. Feels like forever. Like I was born on this here roundabout and this was all I ever knew. Just me and the metal and the tires, the oil and the fumes and mazout. Yeah, imagine. It's been a whole week already. So tell me, what do you need? It's like, whatever's going on over at the docks. Workers got a blockade set up, making demands, no way in or out.
Going on strike would probably help you dodge a bullet or two.
Some pretty wild stuff, I hear. Like a giant new power crane in half the company? I forget what exactly. Good on them, I guess. I've heard talk there's a company rep in town, too. Like a strike negotiator type. They'd know what's up. Precise demands and so on.
Ah, yes.
彼氏が代わるの人間がいる。
We'll meet her soon enough, I'm sure.
They want to keep that money flowing in, my man. Ka-ching. Maybe you should. Cops don't get paid much and the hours are long. Plus, you can get shot. Why not?
The RCM is a self-managing organization that operates on donations. We promote our own leaders. It would be like striking against your own mother. Yes, but do continue. You were asking about the strike?
Anything else? Yeah, this ain't really my area of expertise. I just do my job and get paid. I have things to do and places to be. All of us do. Us lorry drivers. Camionneurs. You still hang around here waiting for this mess to end. Most have scurried off somewhere to get drunk or high. Or laid. Not that I blame them, really. Not my thing. Chasing transient pleasures is a drag these days. I prefer the examined life now. Thinking, reflecting, observing.
What's better than chasing transient pleasures? The more transient, the better. When one's ended, you can get onto the next one. He tries his best to look nonchalant, but there's a rigidity in him, as if trying to conceal something warm and deep beneath a cool exterior.
He ain't one of us drivers. I know that. All accounted for. Otherwise, I haven't really asked about that. Been wasting time right here.
It's easy to see he's telling the truth. He's kept his nose out of the dark stuff.
Analyzing the fundamental structural and psychological conditions of being stranded in the midst of a sea of motor lorries and their sad, despondent chauffeurs. A sense of surprise there ain't more bodies hanging from more trees. Nope, don't smoke. Some of the other drivers do, though. There's still a few around, waiting for the jam to disperse. Or waiting for the sweet release of death.
Yup, nothing wrong with that statement. Your senses have nothing to add. You'll have to ask around elsewhere.
You could also check the kiosk down the street. Frit. With 3 T's. Revachol's weird. Don't be a stranger.
おったか。
All around you, rain falls on the great city of Revachol. Rain drips from the eaves and floods the gutters, washing the filth away. The spring thaw must be here. The snow is melting. Looking up at the sky, cold water dripping from your hair. Grey sky like great battleships, clouds colliding with one another. Rain falls down on the world. Your shirt sticks to your chest. The shoulders of your disco blazer grow heavy. The cold finds its way in under your skin. You shiver, and the city shivers with you. You're not dressed for this weather. You should get an overcoat or a patrol cloak. Sheets of rain over the water, a flight of stairs leading into the ocean. Wave after wave washing the coast of the ruins of a half-sunken sea fort crumble on an inlet beyond the Bay of Revachol. Ghosts rise into the sky. The skyscrapers of La Delta, the financial district. Faint golden light seeps from the office windows. Will you ever go there?
北海道の海島はどこに？
No, you are just one of the hundreds of thousands who watch them rise across the bay from Martinez every day. Urban coastline, rain dripping off Eternite-covered roofs, cinder blocks left over from half-finished construction, a defunct research and development building once seized by revolutionaries, and Coal City, end of all lines.
あやべ、飛んじゃった。
Your hair is an oily mess flecked with ash from neighboring coal plants. There's a fleet on the corner. A plastic coat is
2
folded
hours
into a small
passed.
triangle under the counter by the window.
2時間経った。
Beyond that, the strike breakers have gathered. The great gates of the industrial harbor are locked. A chill runs down your back. You shudder like an animal trying to shake water from its hide. Behind the gates, heaps of supply crates, red and blue metal shipping containers, slick with rain. La Drusienne, King Dries, Couron, the lower middle class, a silvery curtain of rain, capeside apartments. Hallways collapse from a yard. Rain fall, a traffic jam. Rain thrumming on the road ascends. Revachol is the capital. It's home. To be in standing in the rain, to be in Martinez, standing in the rain, looking north, where Jamrock Rock sits on a street there that
you cannot return.
In the rain-swept distance, your vision blurs. You wipe your face with your hand. Coalition aerostatics hang like apparitions under the cloud cover.
This rain will not let up anytime soon. You should get a raincoat. There's a freight to the east. They sell them there.
いいことあると言われても。あいみょんでね。ゴミ箱は去ったらあったわって。
You see several packaged raincoats fill a low shelf beneath a display of croissants and juice bottles. The raincoats are transparent, except for the big Fritta slogan on the back.
金はないんだけど。
Is this about the questions again? Because I don't really know any.
買ってくれて言われてもな。雨止んでる。書いてんのか。大泉、聞かないといけないのか。
The fuck about it? Kuno's fucking.
He could have just.
Kuno knows shit. Kuno's not probably. You heard Kuno? I don't know. Mesk or I don't know. Some other place. No, Kuno gives this info out on a need. Just a couple of.
Yeah, you tell the faggoty, Kuno.
You're tested.
Get lost.
Yeah. The kingdom of Kuno. The fuck do you want with it?
またこれだ。
Yeah, Kuno doesn't know shit about that. That shit is beneath Kuno. Listen. Kuno doesn't care about this small-time shit. Just listen. Kuno saw what you did there, dumpster diving. sad shit. Kuno could hook you up with some sweet rags. Shit like Kuno's wearing. Your size, good price. 500 real.
You'd have to be blind not to notice the giant white letters FALN running down his trouser leg.
Look, Kuno ain't seen shit lying around, except for that up there. Now you want performance gear or not, Grandpa?
The lieutenant remains silent, but his expression couldn't say, "I told you so," any louder.
Pig, these are found modulars. Liquid fit, performance crotch, urban survival shit. Made in Mirova by scientists. Pants scientists. Believe it, you need this shit.
These could drastically improve your chances of survival in the urban wilderness. Coach Physical Instrument endorses these pants. They are tartan ready.
Alright, Pico, shit's rolling.
Don't do business with the pig, Kuno. He's gonna steal all your money, Kuno.
As you can see, Kuno and C don't trust you. Can't do business without trust.
There's more to his distrust than being a pig. He feels threatened by something obscure in you. What that is, however, remains a puzzle for now.
The fuck? A mug in the trash? Is this about the fucking clothes again? Yeah, Kuno sees where this is going. Kuno's got that fast brain. You saying you pigs are after the mug fucker, 'cause he's the clothes fucker?
I can't hear you, Kuno. Speak louder, Kuno.
Shit, that's tense. Someone's going to the beat-down basement, huh? Mug guy gonna get tied to the radiator.
The kid may have something there. He's already come up with an interrogation technique too.
Kuno doesn't know who put that shit in there. And if he did, he wouldn't squeal. But if you find out, maybe you can...
Stop turning into a pig, Kuno. They're trying to get you hooked on the snitching. Get away from my Kuno.
Yeah? Get your bacon shit away. Kuno doesn't like to be seen with the popo. Get your shit done and out of Kuno's face. No, it's not fucking Kuno's. It's ancient. Look at it.
He thinks you're fucking fool, Kuno. He says you climb the ladder up to your magic tree house.
Get the fuck out of here, pig. Kuno doesn't have a magic tree house. Dunno. Kipta's gardener used to work there. Yeah, that's what Kuno said. She couldn't handle the heat, so she took off. Kuno can take it. Shit's nothing to Kuno. Look it up in the library. Kuno's not a fucking dictionary. Fucking small brain. Kuno means the gardener, alright? Look, Kuno doesn't explain shit. Kuno just says shit. That's just some shit roofing gimps left behind, lazy dinks. Yeah, whatever. Kuno doesn't give a shit. Kuno doesn't fucking care.
これどっから行くんだろう。あっちから出ないといけないのか。
An inconspicuous pile of the roofing material, Eternite.
ゴブゴブ。
Because there's a secret door hidden behind the panels of Eternite. That's why they're two. There it is. You see a shabby little door.
What is this then? A tool shed? Let's see.
その前に。こいつ。こいつはのお母さん臭いです。
Hello again, officer. How are things? Me?
She hides it well, but behind the sweat and dirt there is something.
Is there?
The quickness of the reply certainly does not prove you wrong.
I'm working. I have a greenhouse. Well, as you already...
Don't worry, miss.
Salts? Ammonium salts.
何も起きないね。死体の見聞をもうすぐだってことでいいんだよね。調
There
べて
he
こなかっ
still
たもん
is,
ね。
looking right through you with his white eyes. The
Activity.
He's about to blow! Cop's gonna blow, Kuno!
これだけしかないもんね。
I'll die before I squeal, pig! You don't wanna fuck...
You can still see.
こいつでもさ、俺のこと。とりあえず、こっち。よし、ここでやめるか。ふう、あなた。メモがなんかついてる。無料。マップはどこにあるらしい。もう疲れたぜ。アイテム、左手。ああ、そういうことか。ここに、アイコンで出てるとこ。あれ、懐中電灯、だよ。いや。まあいいや、とりあえずやめましょう。耳に戻るとき、セーブしてくれるわ。よしよしよし。思考は変えません。もういいよ。いや、やめられない。どうなった？操作不能になったの？あ、これで消えるんか。よし、お疲れ様でございました。やはり、セーブを直前にしておくのがいいな。いやいや。気力を上げれたから。しにくくなった。次はあの部屋を調べて。 なんとかするって感じかな。では、さようなら。終わりでござる。